Greetings, this is Silent James, and welcome to me drawing and painting page 45 in my zine Silent Delic. I have included the sketch here for you to see, but then what I do is I always just basically trace it onto good paper using my G pen, my dip pen, and that's how I did the majority of these pages using a light pad. But I'm not like chained to the sketch. I change little things here and there every time I redraw anything. But it's basically a guide to make sure that I'm not messing up the really expensive nice paper on sketching and things like that. So something I really like about this page is that first of all, it features Laura, the vocalist from Feminazgul. Totally awesome band, totally awesome person. But the other thing I really love about this page is that it actually features all the characters that are in this story. Even if you've read it, you might have missed the fact that those two shadowy figures sitting on the hill way in the distance on the left, that's actually Levon and I. We're watching what's unfolding during this scene. And this is a scene towards the very, very, very end of the book. It happens at dawn. Something is about to happen, basically right after this scene. It's what the entire second half of the book was building up to. And you have this representation of Vide, that crocodile there on the right, and then you have Antanoe on the left with the hat being dropped on her head. And I think it's a lot of fun to have all the characters. We're basically all witnessing this big moment, which I don't want to give away. Please buy the book and, and read it. But yeah, there's the sketch, and then I start doing the color. So with the color, something that gives me life in these dark and horrible times is that everything I do with my artwork, I leave room for improvisation. And only a day or two before I did this page, Laura posted a photo of themselves wearing this totally super rad white suit. So I decided to include that at the very end of the book. And it's a nice, celebration of their fashion and totally awesome style. But then also the fact that, anything that happens to me throughout my day can and does influence my artwork. So, but having a white white is pretty challenging in my opinion, because nothing is ever really white. Everything that's white is reflecting all the colors around it, so it's like reflecting millions of colors if you render it correctly. So even though I've put washes over their outfit, you'll see at the end it will look white because in relation to all the colors around it, it appears to be white. Again, really bright psychedelic colors on pretty much every page. That is what I like. That is what makes me happy. So that's what I'm always doing. Another improv thing is that I had Antanoe wearing this huge brimmed red hat, and just by chance, like a couple of months later, I actually found a hat like that and bought it for myself. And so it's pretty crazy, life and art going back and forth. So I like these big, how one leaf is really close to the camera. But yeah, the sky is it's like sunrise, beautiful swirling colors, and I painted in these white stars so that when I painted over everything, the white stars would come through. There's a sunflower, another nod to Laura's other band that they're in, Hilanthus. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but and yeah, I love the sunrise, the bleeding colors, and yeah, It's great. And then also, I was fortunate enough to hang out with Laura when I had a job in Atlanta a few years ago, and I had brought my sketchbook of all the ideas. I hadn't started the project yet, but I had some ideas, and I showed it to Laura, and they were basically seeing it before most people got to see any part of it. And it's interesting because I hadn't even thought to put Laura in the book yet at that point. So I always have that nice memory of us getting to hang out in Atlanta, and it was really, at the sort of very early stages of this project. But yeah, I love all the bright colors in the ripple effects in the black water, and the suit and the hair. It's just very fantasy. It's very like what I was going for with this book. So anyway, yeah, that's page 45. Silent Delic is available on Amazon. I was in labor with this book for over a year and a half. Please check it out and tell your friends. Thank you all so much, and ta-ta.